Kevin Stefanski now hopping on the headset. Oh, look at that. How we doing, Coach?
Good.
Good? Feeling good?
Feeling great. I'm with you guys. Come on.
Well, that's a good way to butter us up.
We did appreciate it, though.
Yeah, the only way you really buy me, it's pretty simple. You say nice things to me, and all of a
Does
sudden.
it work?
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
my God. I am so insanely easy to cheese up. I have
You look
3
great.
daughters. Thank you.
What? Who are we rocking? Who's the hat?
We're doing the this is my anniversary, one of my anniversary presents. The
Guardians?
Guardians.
Tell them what you call that
Okay.
Guardian, though.
That's the sexy Guardian. So
Is there any other kind?
he's really doing a good job here.
Did you guys just become best friends?
What did that
You
happen?
want to go do karate in my garage?
What's your favorite? What's the line? Your favorite movie? Or
Oh.
no, favorite actor? John Stamos.
John Stamos. All right, Coach. I guess we'll start here. How'd practice go today?
Yeah, sloppy. Not thrilled. And listen, we're chasing. You're not going to get to perfection, but we have to be way better in a bunch of different areas today: offense, defense, special teams. So the good news is it's August 1st, but there's a lot of urgency that we have to have, and we have to be better today. Wasn't thrilled.
The intensity seems way different than it was last year, though.
It's hard. It's hard for me to sense those type of things. I think the guys are totally locked in. They're doing everything that's asked them. They're working extremely hard. There's so much work that goes on before they step foot on the grass. There's the meetings, there's obviously the lifts, there's everything, there's walkthroughs that we do inside. So they're working really hard. We're keeping them here late at night. Guys are in early, but that's training camp. Training camp, there's a shared suck that comes with training camp, and it's not easy. Obviously, the temperature, they're taking care of us today with this temperature, but certainly the guys are working hard.
How are you close to a quarterback decision?
In terms of naming a starter?
Yes.
No, yeah, I think we have a goal in mind, a time in mind, but we're very much letting this process play out, very much letting these guys keep competing and seeing what they're doing, but have a plan in place, and then we'll really make those decisions based on the calendar and also based on how the guys are performing.
Well, I got to ask you about the rookie quarterbacks. We'll start with Shedeur. What kind of progress have you seen from Shedeur?
Yeah, I'd put Shedeur right in the boat of all these rookies, and I'm really proud of these guys. They're fighting like crazy. We're throwing a ton at them. I think when you think about what these rookies are going through and off the field, on the field, we brought them in early. We had 5 extra days with the players, and in particular the quarterbacks. They're spending a lot of time in that meeting room where you start to get into the minutia of this position, and I think Shedeur, Dillon are really working hard. They're very lucky to be in a room with Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson, Bill Musgrave, Tommy Reese. There's a lot of football that's being discussed, and I think those guys are having the right attitude where every single day they're trying to learn more off the field and then apply it here on the field.
So how much does you guys are going back to the old offense, say reports, you're going back to the old blocking scheme. How much does that complicate on top of trying to, have a 3 or 4 man quarterback derby as well?
I think it's just our job, honestly, with when it comes to all 32. You're just seeing who your guys are, and I think you have to have some breadth to your offense. You have to have some some depth to it, maybe a better word, so that you can. If it's one player and you got to lean into this, you can do that. If it's a different player, you can lean into this. It's not like you go from running the Delaware wing tee to running the run and shoot. It's not as divergent as that, but I think it's important that you find out who the guys are, whether it's the quarterback position down to the offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers, whoever those guys are. What do they do best? With running backs, there's certain schemes that running backs literally see better than others. I've been around some great runners, and Adrian Peterson comes to mind. Adrian's a Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famer in my mind, but there were concepts that he really, really saw well, others that he didn't. So he kind of leaned into what he ran the best, and obviously it was to his great success.
I haven't seen a 4-man quarterback battle before. What do fans get wrong, or the national media get wrong about the process of going through a 4-man competition?
Yeah, I don't know what everybody gets wrong. You'd have to. I'm not paying too close attention, with all due respect.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, we have a process that goes back to the spring in terms of a rep count, getting these guys ready both before practice and after practice. I mean, again, we do some drills. The horn hits, we end practice. We stay out here, do a couple more drills for the younger players, and I think that's all of that just adds up to giving them a chance to show what their best show their ability, but also just grow in this evaluation of all these guys. But in terms of what people are getting wrong, it's not real complicated. We're just trying to work different guys in and give them a chance.
So much of the talk has been about some of the changes you guys have made. There was live tackling for the first time here early in camp. I'm just curious of, what the hope is to get out of live tackling and how much more we can see over the rest of camp.
Yeah, going live is something that everybody's done at different points of their career, whether, going back college, high school, et cetera. We've done it here. We did it back here in 2020 COVID year. I think when you go live, you're just in a controlled situation and you're taking the player to the ground. When you go thud, when you're not live, it's the same idea. You happen to be fitting the player up. You're just not taking him to the ground. Even if a ball goes over the middle, whereas in the game, you may go really separate that player from the ball and obviously safely hit them in the chest, for instance. We wouldn't do that even if we were live in these settings. So we just felt like it's a safe way to get our guys out there, get them some reps of real football. We'll see how it goes over the next couple of days, but there's certainly an opportunity to do a couple more of those as well.
From a coaching standpoint, I'm always curious about this because you've had some big egos in the time that you've been coach here. I can name some names, but you don't need to hear them.
I'm right here.
But the point is like, do you have a hard time managing the egos, or do you just let them just kind of be themselves and that's the approach?
Yeah, honestly, I've had great guys in this locker room, but they're all different, and just like we're all different. And listen, I have 3 brothers. You got to understand how to. People are a little bit different. They tick a little bit different. Some people you can get after them, some you can't. I mean, that's just understanding people. But I've never had guys that you try to change who they are, because you want guys to be authentic. That's the biggest thing I've seen in my career. With any player or coach, you got to be yourself. If you're something you're not, if I'm something that I'm not, the players will see right through it, and vice versa. So I've been blessed. A bunch of great guys that the biggest thing for me is that they've done everything we've asked them to do, which we asked them to practice hard. They've been practicing hard.
All right. I don't want this to get contentious here because there's similarities here.
He knows it's not going to. He laughed at it. He's like, we know it's
okay. Maybe I softened the blow a little bit too much. I'm also a big Pearl Jam fan. With respect, No Code is great.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hear you shout out Pearl Jam, the 2006 album in your
Avocado,
and I was a little upset by it.
In terms of just favorite album,
yeah, it's a better album.
Hey man, you be you. I love it all. I'm a fan of the newest album. I've seen him. My biggest. How long can we go on this?
Oh, yeah. I got time.
Our
to
listeners
talk Pearl
like
Jam.
stop talking about this. Matt Cameron, the drummer, just left the band, and my biggest the concern here is I don't know when they're going to go back on tour, because I love seeing those guys live. So not sure when the next time I'll be able to do that, but I hope they get a new drummer in there quickly.
How many times have you seen them?
More than 10.
Okay.
I don't think I'm into 20 just yet, but I don't have the exact number.
I was curious if you watched Happy Gilmore too, because the one thing everyone always talks about your swing, your golf swing. I know you're into the sport.
I stink. Yeah.
No, you have too good of a swing to say you stink.
No,
Peterlin said you're too good at golf.
That was my
theory going there.
No.
Honestly, I need my head coach to stink a little bit more.
Yeah, no, your head coach stinks. Your head coach knows his way around the course and has fun, but he stinks. Saw Happy Gilmore too. Initially I wasn't thrilled that they were making it, because it won such one of my favorite movies and all of our favorite movies if you're our age. And I watched it and I thought, okay, that's fine.
That's kind of how
they had fun. They had fun. There's,
the first hour was pretty fun.
Yeah, Shedeur was outstanding, but my kids loved it. So maybe that's the story. The new generation enjoyed it.
Yeah, mine also did, and I judged them for it.
Did you make them watch the first one first?
Oh, they've seen it. Yeah,
they've seen it. Okay.
I've had some of my most proud parenting moments are introducing my kids to the movies of my youth, especially my boys. My daughter's 10, so there's certain things I can't show her just yet, or that she doesn't care to watch. But the first time I showed my boys who are 15 and 13, the first time I watched Dumb and Dumber with them, and I saw them laughing, uncontrollably. I was living vicariously. I was watching it again for the first time, and like a single tear dropped from my eye. I've done it.
Yeah, my oldest daughter's 15 and she likes Talladega Nights, and I was like, I got one. I got one. She likes all her mom's music. She's a mama's girl, but I got one movie we can lock in on. So I'm kind of curious. We think, you guys do all this exhaustive process on getting guys ready to be drafted and all this, but then these guys come in and you get to know them in a different way. like when anybody in this rookie class, like how much does your opinion of these guys change after you draft them, just because there's only so much time to really get to know them in pre-draft?
I will say this. I do feel like we get to know them really well. And that's because we get to bring them here for a day. You get to sometimes visit them on their campus. You obviously meet with them at the Combine. Like I'll use Harold Fannin as an example. Met with him at the Combine. Then also drove to Bowling Green, sat with him for a day, watched tape with him, had lunch with him. So very quickly figured out what type of kid he was, figured out very quickly how he learned, how intelligent he was. So I do feel like you get to know him. Now, like anything else, like any relationship, you spend more time with people, you find out more and more about these guys. And the rookie class in particular, I mean, these are some kids that and I say kids, Dillon Sampson, I don't think, is yet 21. Harold just turned 21. So these are our kids in a lot of ways, but they're working extremely hard. They're the first ones in the building. They have to be here earlier than everybody else. They work out together in the morning, and I just see a really good group that's pushing each other.
I don't know how much of the Hall of Fame game you watched last night, but did you see any video of the automated first down?
I did not. I didn't catch any of it last night, but I remember them talking about the auto. Is it like tennis?
It looked just like tennis. Yeah. I'm still worried about the ball placement, right? Because it relies so much on the refs. No chain gang was interesting, but the idea that it's just a straight line and it looked just like the Hawkeye with tennis.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what it looks like. You know, the chain gang was fun because it took them forever to get out there and then they're lined up. So I just thought maybe they were selling some more commercial time, but they'll sell something.
All right. I'm a huge Mason Graham fan, which is tough because he went to Michigan. What have you seen out of him in the first couple weeks and months he's been out here?
Yeah, he's wired the right way. You know, he's a top pick in the draft, and he could carry himself a certain way. He does not. He's all ball. He's a serious kid, wants to be great, but also wants to put in the work, and that's the fun part. He's got a really good group of veterans. He's got Malik Collins, obviously has Miles in that room, Shelby Harris. I mean, he's got guys that he knows he can follow and watch them work. So he's definitely keeping his head down and working.
Yeah, staying with the rookie class, it feels like Schlesinger is involved in every single play.
Yeah, it's not much of an exaggeration. It seems like he is to the offensive staff as well. He's just around the ball, making tackles. He punches the ball out. He's very ball aware, smart kid. So, yeah, and again, somebody you're getting to know. Did I know that he was a magician? I didn't. So the other day we're in the team meeting, and the rookies sometimes have to jump up there and do something, and he pulled off a pretty sweet magic trick. So I'm still learning about these young men.
What was the trick?
It had some Dr. Oz feel to it.
Okay.
It was pretty impressive.
All right, well, now Magic Man is in play for his nickname.
I mean, they moved a long time from being like, oh, what's your card? Oh, Ace of Spades.
It was not a deck of cards. It was in the Dr. Oz vein.
All right. Well, one more thing I did want to ask you. The preseason's coming up here. How much have you thought about the preseason plan? And is that more of an individual vet decision, or is that more from your side of things?
Well, I think certainly you're making decisions individually based on players. With every decision you make in terms of what you're even practicing is based on what you think the football team needs to be ready for week one, a 17-game plus season, if you earn that plus. So it's really based on the player, what we feel like they need. We have a plan in place, and we'll see how it goes over the next couple of days, and we'll pivot as necessary.
Coach, always great to catch up with you again. The 2006 album, The Blue Album, it's great. But we appreciate you, and best of luck here throughout the rest of the preseason.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, we got Kevin Stefanski there, Browns head coach.